Welcome to this webinar on the Bachelor of Biotechnology at Federation University. My name is Helen and I'm part of the Future Students team. I'll be your webinar host for this event, and joining me today is Dr. Philip Brooke Carter, Senior Lecturer in Biochemistry and Program Coordinator for the Bachelor of Biotechnology. We acknowledge the traditional custodians of the lands and waters where our campuses, centres and field stations are located, and pay our respects to elders past, present and emerging. We extend this respect to all Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander and First Nations peoples. A reminder that we'll be running live Q&A sessions throughout Open Day alongside our online chat service. You can find the Q&A schedule on our Open Day homepage. Alternatively, you can contact us via any of the communication channels listed in the final slide. At Federation University, we teach innovative science programs that provide graduates with the skills and knowledge to build a career, advance their profession and contribute to the community. Our science staff and postgraduate students conduct significant research that contributes to knowledge locally, nationally and internationally, while also acknowledging and reflecting our rural and regional locations. We're internationally recognised for producing graduates who are equipped with relevant, up-to-date skills that ensure they're industry ready by the time they commence employment. We're nationally renowned for our unique support for student learning. In today's webinar, we're focusing on the Bachelor of Biotechnology. Biotechnology is an exciting field of science with important applications in medicine, agriculture and food production. In our webinar today, we'll discuss the benefits of studying at Federation University. We'll provide you with key information and facts about the Bachelor of Biotechnology, and we'll talk about how you will study, the subjects and the content of the degree. We'll talk about the career outcomes that the degree offers, and we'll hear from Amelia about her experience as a student here at Federation. Finally, we'll have a live Q&A. We welcome all questions, so please feel free to post questions in the chat bar as we go. The Bachelor of Biotechnology is delivered through our Mount Helen campus in Ballarat in Western Victoria, our Gippsland campus in Churchill, and it's also available for online study. The Mount Helen and Gippsland campuses have student accommodation available, and you can also take advantage of free car parking on campus. The degree is delivered over 3 years of full-time study or part-time equivalent, and as a Year 12 student you will need to have completed your VCE, achieved a minimum study score of 20 in Units 3 and 4 in English and 20 in Units 3 and 4 of any maths or science. This degree at Federation has a guaranteed ATAR. A guaranteed ATAR means that if you meet the program prerequisites and the essential requirements for admission, we'll guarantee you a place in the degree if you receive an ATAR of 60. If you've completed an unscored VCE or VCAL or didn't achieve the required ATAR and prerequisite study scores, consider the Foundation Access Studies program for Engineering, Maths and Science, or FAST, as a pathway. This is a one-semester course. It has no tuition fee and it helps you build the skills and knowledge to succeed in an undergraduate degree at Federation. Non-Year 12 applications are considered on their full educational or work history, and again, if you don't meet the entry requirements, use the FAST program as a pathway. Application for Semester 1 is via VTAC, where you can include FAST as a pathway. If you've experienced educational disadvantage, we do encourage you to apply for Cs. For Semester 2, applications should be lodged directly with the university. Enough from me. I'd now like to introduce Dr. Philip Brooke Carter, Senior Lecturer in Biochemistry and Program Coordinator for the Bachelor of Biotechnology. Welcome, Philip.
Hi, my name is Dr. Philip Brooke Carter and I am a Senior Lecturer and Program Coordinator for the Bachelor of Biotechnology program. I'm based at the Gippsland campus of Federation University. I graduated with my undergraduate degree at the University of East Anglia in the United Kingdom, and then went on to do my PhD at the University of Wales College of Medicine. And at that college, I studied a human genetic disease and looked at the genetics of that human disease and identified the gene that was responsible for that particular disease. I came to Australia in the early 90s and I worked initially for the Walter and Eliza Hall Institute in Melbourne. I also worked briefly at Monash University and then at the ANU in Canberra. So I've travelled around a bit and I've done a variety of different projects throughout my time as a researcher. Today I spend most of my time teaching undergraduate students, and I also have some active research in wastewater treatment and parasites of the wastewater treatment. So let's take a look at what you will study throughout your degree program. In the first year, you're not expected to be a specialist or to have specialist knowledge in anything really. And so we introduce you to the principles of biology and chemistry and the principles of scientific practice and communication. You'll also be introduced to statistical methods and you'll have the opportunity to take an elective course. In year two, we'll build upon what you've learned in the first year and we'll introduce biochemistry, analytical chemical techniques and general microbiology with another elective. And then in the second semester, you'll do nutrition and metabolism, environmental chemistry, and the first of your really practical subjects, which is biotechnology laboratory techniques, in which you will really focus on the practice of the molecular biology techniques in the laboratory. In addition, of course, there are two electives, one for each semester. In year three, we'll build again upon what you've learned in year two, and you will take organic synthesis for drug design, a laboratory management and quality assurance course, and food microbiology. In year three, semester two, you'll take medicinal chemistry, advanced methods in biotechnology, which builds upon the biotechnology laboratory techniques of year two, semester two. And then you'll have the opportunity to do a research project under the supervision of one of the academic staff. Additionally, of course, you will have two electives, one in each semester, which are courses that you can choose. As you've already seen from the previous slide, the Bachelor of Biotechnology program offers a choice of electives. And in addition to this, you can choose electives of two focused types, which will produce two streams. One stream is the molecular stream, in which the electives are focused more on molecular biology applications, and the other stream is a food stream, which focuses the electives more on food science. You do not have to take specifically this molecular stream or the food stream. You can choose free electives for each of your electives, but these streams will allow you to focus your interest into a particular area. In the molecular side, we have pathophysiology, pharmacology and toxicology, clinical microbiology, mammalian genetics and immunology. Whilst on the food side, you have introductions to nutrition, food chemistry, a workplace experience, introduction to food science, and food processing systems 1 and 2. What these provide is a more focused set of electives which work well together. How will you study for your degree? In general, it will require at least 16 to 20 hours of study per week for your courses. And delivery methods depend upon that chosen by your method of enrollment and whether you're on campus, face-to-face, or online. For each course, there is generally a lecture of 1 to 2 hours per week, which will cover content, and then tutorials which will work through that content with exercises, and most courses will have a weekly 1 hour or 2 hour tutorial. Depending upon the course, some courses have weekly laboratory experiences in which you will be required to turn up and do some laboratory work and write a report about the laboratory work. Others may have a block group of laboratory days in which you'll work for a number of days in the lab. There may also be some field trips associated with some of your courses. In addition, domestic students may apply for the industry placement program, which offers 26 weeks of industry-based experience. In considering your degree program, you'll be thinking about what sort of career does it lead to. The biotechnology degree is quite a broad-based degree. You will study some chemistry, some molecular biology, some biology and molecular techniques, etc. So you have a really fairly broad grounding in science and technology. This means that you have a really wide range of careers that are open to you. You can be a biotechnologist, all the way up to a patent examiner, zoologist, etc. Graduates have found employment in vaccine production, drug production, wastewater treatment processes, environmental monitoring programs, and in quality control. Recent graduate, whom I was in contact with, has told me she is a technical officer at a winery in Coonawarra, South Australia. And so you can see that there's a whole range of different outcomes that you can apply for once you have a Bachelor of Biotechnology degree. The basis of a degree is that it demonstrates that you have skills and that you're capable of learning, and those are really important things for anyone who wants to employ you.
Thank you, Philip. And thank you so much, everyone, for tuning in to our webinar today. Please don't hesitate to contact us if you have any questions.